Hello, beautiful family of Earth. Hello, my loves. I just wanted to take a moment to hold some space in my heart and send and beam love across the globe right now to Israel, Palestine, to all of the people in Maui, and all of the areas on the planet that are experiencing intense turmoil and trauma during this very pivotal time of our consciousness shift and timeline shift and ascension on planet Earth. So many of you who follow me know that I teach higher perspectives. I have been for 12 to 13 years in full dedication and devotion to my ascension journey, to my self-mastery path. And I was led to the Guardian material and have deeply studied, connected to, and was downloaded with incredible information and worked with some incredible teachers along the way that helped me understand the galactic history of the human race, the galactic history of how we got here. Why is all of these things happening to humanity? Why all the darkness? What is going on, right? And so during this time of ascension, when everyone is remembering who we are, we're awakening back to the wisdom codes that we have within our DNA, okay? And we are all sharing our piece in this. We're all coming together to share our own perspectives, to share our wisdom, because there's that saying, when you learn, teach, right? And so we're all students and teachers during this time. We're all here together, trying to understand who we are and why we're here and what this is all about, our creation, the story of our creation, okay? So 5,500 years ago, there was an Egyptian Sumerian invasion from the reptilian race, okay, that came into our planet Earth, through the 10D Stargate portal in Iraq, Iran. So everything that you see playing out in Iraq, Iran, in the Middle East, in Israel, in Palestine, that whole area over there is the main hub and control center for all of the war and the satanic ritual abuse, the false king of tyranny implants, and all of the bloodshed and the chaos. They claimed that area over there for the Stargate, the 10D Stargate, okay, 5,500 years ago. They also claimed the Giza Stargate, which is the 4D Stargate. And that whole area was infiltrated, okay, by the reptilians, okay? This also unplugged the human DNA and fire letters, okay, of all of our memories about who we are and our galactic history. And these beings, these negative intruders and invaders, rewrote our history from the time of Mesopotamia, Babylon, Sumeria, right? They rewrote the history to what they wanted us to think. And they unplugged our DNA and fire letters, okay? This is why we don't remember who we are. This is why we don't remember where we came from. This is why we don't remember the truth about our galactic history. All the wars that are taking place on planet Earth are very ancient old wars. Now, these are some of the things that I've been teaching for the last 13 years. A lot of the things that I would share years ago, the consciousness was not ready to ingest, okay? Now that we are ascending and we are coming to the pinnacle of this spiritual ascension and spiritual warfare for control of planet Earth, all of the truth is starting to come out. Everyone is asking questions. Everybody wants to know the truth. So what is taking place in Israel right now is a very important piece, and Palestine, a very important piece, because this is where the invasion of the reptilians happened. That is the area in the 10D Stargate. And so these reptilian beings, the draconian, reptilian, Zeta, Necromaton, Omicron, there's many different negative alien species. These all particularly are with what's called the Black Sun. You also have the Belial sons, who are the fallen angelic Anunnaki groups. They've both been trying to reclaim this planet, working together, but on the same agenda. But of course, they're both trying to take control over planet Earth during this time. Okay, so what you see playing out in Israel right now and in the Middle East has always been this invasion of the black sun. They have recoded and inverted the original architecture of the grids over there, the Stargates. There's also a beautiful benevolent grid over there where they put inverted code and how they survive in this dimension. Because as I always share, they've given up their ability to organically ascend. And so they need finite creation. They need, war and fear and blood and chaos for their food. And so they are losing this war. They are stuck within this realm. They know that basically they're cornered. And so they're fighting for their survival. And the only way that they can survive is through this destruction, through this chaos, the war, the bloodshed, because that is their food. And what you see playing out, this is truly the end times battle. This is truly the book of Revelation, which was written by these negative beings as a playbook of what they were going to do during this time on planet Earth. And so we have to understand there's a much higher galactic perspective taking place, the as above, so below, the micro, the macro, okay, on planet Earth right now. So what they just did in Maui was also to tap into that timeline, right? So the 10D Stargate, we're tapping into the invasion of the reptilians 5,500 years ago, when they planted the seed of all of their false king of tyranny and their war and their bloodshed. The Maui Stargate in Kauai that links up to Montsegur, France, they were tapping into the Lemurian Holocaust timeline in Maui. And so right now, again, this is what they do. So the war is really, the Stargates. There's always been a war around the Stargates. And they are really fighting for their lives. They're fighting for their timelines. They're trying to keep humanity stuck within lower consciousness frequencies and pull our consciousness back to those timelines. And so as we continue to ascend, we are all going to start slowly remembering who we are. We're going to slowly start tapping into our higher stations of identity, our multidimensional anatomy. And all of these memories are going to start coming back to us, okay? And they're trying to prevent this from happening. So they're causing all kinds of chaos. It's going to continue to remain chaotic in the times ahead because this truly is the end times battle. And as I have been sharing for 12, 13 years of my journey, this has been my mission. This has been my full-time mission, to share this information, to share this truth about the higher perspectives of our existence, and to try to prepare people for these times. So we just have to understand that this is a battle for control of the earth and for the human Christos angelic races that is millions of years old, and it's all coming to a head. And so we have to stick together. We cannot take sides. The reptilians, the draconians, the Anunnakis, these negative alien invaders, they are divide and conquer species. Reptilians are predatorial races. They do not have a soul. They do not have an emotional body. This is why they can do what they do. I often get asked, how is it that anyone can do the types of things that are done, the bloodshed, the satanic ritual abuse? It's because they're not human. And I know some minds have a hard time wrapping their heads around the fact that we live in a universe, and even on planet Earth, where there are many, 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 many different species here. There are many different species in this universe, both good and bad. And we were invaded by negative ETs, negative aliens, for a very long time. And during this time on Earth, we are ascending out of the fallen matrix that they created. We are breaking out of their simulation. And so what is happening on the planet right now is them trying to reclaim full control over planet Earth for their agenda, okay? And so it's very important that no matter how heavy this is, no matter how sad this is, because it is absolutely devastating, we are all shedding tears for the innocent souls of humanity that have to go through all of this pain and this torment and this destruction in the hands of these negative invaders. But the indigos and the star seeds and the light workers, all of us that are holding the light and anchoring in the light and these higher codes that are coming in for humanity's ascension, it is so important that we all come together, that we all stick together, and we do not fall into fear, that we continue to shine our light and anchor the codes and beam our consciousness to these descending hubs in the planet so we can feed them the light and the energy to eradicate this darkness from planet Earth. We have ways to go. We are the ground crew. We are the cleanup crew, but we're in this together. We have to understand that we need to unite. We need to unite. Every single person on this planet, no matter what color you are, no matter what race, no matter what, if you're a star seed, if you're an earth seed, we're one. We are all one under the benevolent, beautiful, unified God source field. We all come from the one, and we all need to recognize that in each other. We are all mirrors of each other. So during these times, I ask that you stay calm and you do your best to tap in, to connect to God, to connect to spirit, to connect to the love in your heart. Okay? And know that if anybody here is listening to this from Israel, from Palestine, from Maui, from all of the parts of the world that are experiencing so much destruction, I love you. You are my family. And we, myself, and all of the other light workers and star seeds and the people that are waking up, we're all going to be beaming you love. We are going to be beaming you light and prayers. And through the quantum field, we are going to assist in eradicating this darkness from the planet once and for all. Okay? We are needed right now. We are needed more than ever before. It is important that we come together. It is important that we do our research to connect into our soul, our intuition, and do what it takes to learn and understand the higher perspectives and the higher truth. Okay? This is all about polarity integration. So we are integrating polarity, and we have to know that it exists. We cannot look away from what is happening in the world. Okay? There's a lot of talk, there's a lot of fear mongering. Yes, I know. But we just have to understand that we really are in the pinnacle of this end times battle. Okay? So anything can happen. There are many wild cards that can happen. We don't know. None of us really know what can happen. Just again, we want to stay aware, okay? And we want to do everything that we possibly can to stay in our hearts, to stay connected to love, to stay connected to God, and to come together in unity during these times. So I invite you to just go a little deeper on the higher perspective of creation. The Ascension glossary is absolutely incredible for understanding. Also, this book, The Biggest Secret, David Icke, I got to tell you, if you guys have not read this, this has been out for some time now, okay? But this book will shed so much light on who's behind everything that is happening on planet Earth. You will understand that all the wars are paid for. They are all planned. It's all strategy, okay? In Israel, was bought out by the Rothschilds, right? And so when you go deeper and you start piecing the puzzle pieces together, you're really going to see and understand the bigger picture of what's happening on planet Earth, okay? We're in those times, my loves. We're here. We are here. These are the times our soul incarnated for. We are here. It's absolutely unbelievable. It's bittersweet. It's bittersweet because we have God source coming in, we have the codes coming in, we're remembering who we are, but at the same time, we have heightened warfare on planet Earth. So we just need to be really careful, okay? So I beam you all so much love, and we are tapping in now to our Holy Mother, Holy Father presence, the Christos Sophia, the crystal star, the aurora frequencies coming on planet Earth. We are tapping into our light bodies, tapping into our higher self. these are incredible times to be alive, my loves. So I love you all. Stay strong, and I'm here if you need anything.